Afternoon, San Antonio. Welcome to the Happy Handyman Show. I'm Trudy Chook, and I'm broadcasting from Johnny Chook's Home and Hardware. Let me tell you where we're located. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway, which is about 2 miles north of Loop 410, right past the light at Lock Hill, Selma. If you want to call the store, you have a question about anything I'm going to talk about today, the number is 210-341-1573, and the store will be open till 6:30 today and tomorrow 11 to 5. So if there's anything that I talk about and you want to come by the store, yes, we have it in stock. Now, if you don't live in San Antonio, but you hear the show, you can always go to our website, which is happyhandyman.com, and go out there and research some of these things that I'm going to talk about today. And then if you want, you can click, and have it shipped right to your front door. Anything that is over $20 ships for $6 in these United States. And if it's under $20, it's like $8.35. So, the last 2 weeks, y'all have been having football. And I was on vacation. I would love to tell you that I planned that so well, but it just happened to fall that way. I went to Europe. It was absolutely wonderful, but it is hot there right now. My tip for you, I'm sure there's a show that tells you when to go and what. Don't go during August. It's just real hot there, real hot. And their kind of air conditioning is not like our kind of air conditioning. So it's just a little personal tip from me to you. So let me tell you what's going on in the store while I was gone. We have an end of summer sale that is 75% off. It's all the gift shop stuff, a lot of personal care. There's some games, puzzles, there's pool toys and things like this. Is perfect time to get stuff like that. There's earrings and is there anything else? Oh, purses? Spartina. Oh, we do have some Spartina purses left on sale. So 75% off, so it is the time to come shopping. Now, coming up on the 27th of this month, we are going to do another make and take. And if you did the make and take last time, you're familiar that I like to talk about Zapp paint and show you how well it works. It is a 1 hour enamel. I like the 1 hour enamel. We also carry their chalk paint, which is excellent, especially if you like blending. You can keep watering it down and blending it. But we're going to do a make and take, and I'm going to show everybody on Facebook right now. It's going to be a cutting board that you're going to need to paint. You're going to need to come in next week or before the 27th and put a coat of paint on this. And then we have all kinds of Zapp colors, and I have like 30 to 40 different colors that you can pick from, and you can paint with that. And then after your paint is dry, then I'm going to show you some of the new transfers that Redesign by Prima has gotten. I have picked about 3 different ones that would fit on this cutting board really well. You can try it out, and then once you get done, you can I'll have varnish for you to varnish your piece with. If you haven't tried, their varnish is awesome. I mean, just awesome. Their transfers are so much fun, and they will elevate your piece if you wanted to do a piece and make it look very nice. So this is just going to be a fun little project. Come on in. It's going to cost like $5, but you have to register, and we've already got people registering, and so don't put it off, okay? We also have, we got in yesterday a whole new set of Consuela purses. They are beautiful, okay? That's all I can say is every time she does another line, I think, okay, she outdid herself. Well, she outdid herself again. Come on in and take a look. If you like neutrals, then yes. Look at that. Those of you on Facebook, this is absolutely beautiful. Those of you who are listening on the radio, it is, just take my word for it, come on in and take a look around at the new Consuela purses. Now, we are also going to have another Milwaukee event the 5th of October. If you got to participate in the last Milwaukee event, you know what a great deal it was. The Milwaukee Rip was here, and he gave batteries away, he gave t-shirts away, he gave all kinds of swag away. It is, if you're looking to get a gift for someone who loves tools and wants a quality tool, well, that's the week to come in and do it. And that's going to be the 5th of October. Now, we're also getting new paintbrushes for my Zapp paint. I finally found a rep that could put in those brushes that are oval and oblong. Some of those, if you get them from like Zapp, they're wonderful brushes, but they're really pricey. And I like to put these things where everybody can enjoy them. So just wait and see. We're going to get some new brushes in. We also got some new books in. If you would like to give books for a gift, this one's called The Homesick Texans Family Table, and it is yummy. And then I also got another book called Skinny Taste Cooking, and I have already found several things in there, especially like for breakfast, if you have a hard time finding things to eat for breakfast. Some wonderful things in here, beautiful pictures, beautiful books. They make great gifts for yourself or for someone else. Oh, and yes, here's the one that's called Good Looking Cooking, and it is Dolly Parton and Rachel Parton George. So it's her sister. It's so cute. Okay, just come on in and take a look. All right, so let's talk about some questions that people had for me. When I got back, there was stacks of questions about how to take care of stuff, and they were really, really good questions. So let's talk about the first one. A lady came and she says, Trudy, I have an overspray on my hardwood floors. I have hardwood floors going out my house, throughout the house, bathroom, everywhere. And I said, okay. And she says, I just have a problem with my hairspray. And I spray and it goes on the floor, and now it's tacky there, and some of it has dried so completely. Hi, Anthony, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. And I can't get it off. I've tried this or that. I tried Windex on it, and I said, okay, let me tell you what to try. And this will work great, like if you have any kind of old wax on your hardwood floors. This will not harm the floors. If you want to take off old wax, old grimy stains, there is a product. It's made by Quick Shine. You know how much I like Quick Shine. And it's called Deep Cleaner. So if you want to go from maybe taking and having to wax your floors to something much simpler, take off the old wax with the Quick Shine Deep Cleaner. This also will take off that hairspray, because usually it takes acetone to get that off. But you use a little Quick Shine Deep Cleaner, mix it up about half and half with water, and then use like a Scotch Brite Green Scrubby Sponge, and just work the area carefully, and then rinse it, and then dry it. And you can dry it real easy with a towel, or you can use the new Libman Tear and Wipe, the microfiber cloths that I love so much, because you can wash them and reuse them, and they're a nice microfiber. I like microfiber because it doesn't push dirt around. Since it's a microfiber, it kind of pulls the dirt towards you. So Libman makes a very convenient roll, and you just tear it off like you do paper towels. Then, once you get your floor clean, I told her, then do yourself a favor and put a protective coating on the floor. Quick Shine makes a multi-surface floor cleaner. Okay, the one in the green bottle is a high gloss. And let me tell you something. It will dry in 20 minutes. It has a nice, clean, fresh smell. Most high gloss finishes in other other products like this, they take up to 2 hours to dry. I don't know about you, but I don't have time for that. For one thing, my dog would walk through it, or I would walk through it, But the Quick Shine in the green formula, let me tell you what else this green formula is good for. If you have a lot of surface scratches on your floor, maybe your wood floor is older, maybe even have a parquet floor, and it has all these surface scratches, this high shine, Quick Shine will disguise that like you would not believe, and it makes the floor look so good again. It will deepen the color of the floor, and if you're like me, the more coats you put on, the deeper the finish and the better protection you have. The one thing you want to keep off your floors, even if you didn't put something like this, like the Quick Shine on there, is dust and dirt. That is like sandpaper to hardwood floors. Hi Cindy, it's good to see you out on Facebook. Welcome to the show. Now, if you don't want a high shine on your floors, Quick Shine also makes a hardwood floor luster. A lot of the newer woods are not high shine, they're just a soft glow, and the hardwood floor luster is perfect that you need for that. It still will give you protection, and it will give you a nice glow, and you're protecting your floors. And then I had a lady that came in, and maybe this has happened to you. Right underneath where her sink is, there's usually a false front on your cabinets, and a lot of water will splash there. And so she said, it doesn't look good, I've got water spots on it, what can I do? Well, there's a couple of things that you can do. So one of the first things you can do is what we use on furniture, and it's called white ring remover. It's a reusable treated cloth that you just rub across the staining, and it will pull the white rings out, the white stains. So it removes watermarks and minor surface scratches. This has been around forever. Okay, now if you feel like even after you don't want to do that, you really want to kind of color the wood, you want to use a product called Restore Finish. Restore Finish restores color to faded wood products. So if you've got a piece of furniture that gets a lot of sun, and all of a sudden you notice that the color is not consistent across the piece of furniture, you can use something like this to restore the color. Restore Finish, you do not have to strip, okay, off the finish. This will go down below the surface because it's a solvent and color the wood underneath. There is nothing else like it at all on the market still. So it's made by Howard's, and it comes in about 8 different colors, from real light colors to dark walnut. The one I'm showing you right now on Facebook is called Walnut, and this is excellent. And you literally just act like you're dusting. Go in one direction, go in the grain of the wood. Like I said, you can use your Libman, and then and it will completely color the wood. If you have stained wood cabinets and they look a little dull, go over all of them with Restore Finish. It dries just like that, and then when you get done, put a little protection on them in the form of Howard's Feed and Wax. Feed and Wax is a beeswax orange oil wood polish and conditioner, and this smells wonderful, and it will give protection. You don't have to use a ton of it, and it will make your cabinets look great. Absolutely. So these two together, they hold hands. They do such a good job. Okay. So if you want to just kind of spruce up your cabinets, whether that's in the kitchen or in the bathroom, those two products will do a really, really good job. All right, let me tell you where we're located again. We're at 2361 Northwest Military Highway. The store is going to be open till 6:30 today, and tomorrow for your convenience 11 to 5. The phone number is 210-341-1573. All right. How many of you, I hope I can explain this because I forgot to bring up a power strip. Okay, you have a power strip and maybe it's got like 5 outlets on it, okay, or 6. And when you try to put your devices on there, since maybe the devices go sideways, how many of you cover up 2 of the outlets on your power strip And so instead of getting 4 outlets, you only get 2. And so then you're searching for another power strip. Let me show you something. Okay, this is called it's called an extension cord, but they're 8 inches. I call them shorties. It's 8 inches, and what this will allow you to do is plug into your power strip, and then about 4 inches down you have your outlet part that you can plug your device into. Okay, so you can get 4 complete connections across your power strip, and then you can plug into your outlet just like that. It's so easy. They're just called 8-inch household cords. They're so convenient. It's such a simple little thing, but boy, will it make your life easier. Now, I also use mine. Do you have outdoor outlets? And since they're outdoors, a lot of them have a little gate or a little door on them. And so when you try to plug stuff in, it smashes the cord. Okay, so use your little shorty extension cords to get length on that, and then you can plug into the end of it. So it's really great, and they're inexpensive. All right, and now another lady left me a question, and she says, I'm glad that you're back on the radio. And it was good. I have to tell y'all, I was never so happy to put my feet in the good old USA when we came back. I mean, I loved being over there. It was absolutely wonderful. And, you know, everything is so old there. It's just beautiful. The churches were gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. And so, but we flew back into Miami, and I was so happy to be in Miami. Very happy. So, yes, it is great to be back on the radio. And she says, I have a friend who inherited a leather coat from a smoker. Okay, that is hard, okay? What can they do to remove the smoke smell and enjoy wearing it this winter? A couple of things, okay? So probably the inside of the coat is lined with a fabric, and what I would do is I would spray that fabric down with Bio Zapp. Just spray it really good with Bio Zapp. If it is not a suede coat, then you can spray the outside of the coat also, and spray that and just let it air dry. Now, if it is, you know, it's been around a smoker for a long time, the first time is not going to do it. You're going to do it several times because this smoke is just infiltrated every little pore of this leather. So spray it really good. And then what I would use is Howard's makes a leather cleaner. I would clean that coat on the outside first, and then they make a leather salve. I feel like I'm the Howard's person here today. I didn't realize I would be talking about it that much. But they make a great leather cleaner and then a great leather salve. Now this salve you can use on anything leather. Your leather sofa, your leather chairs, leather seats in your car, on your motorcycle, whatever. It's a great leather cleaner. My mom uses Windex a lot, and so on her leather chairs in her office, she used Windex on it. Well, Windex on leather will kind of etch it, and so she came to me afterwards, she goes, I don't know what happened, but my chairs look terrible now. So I used the leather salve on the back of her chairs and only did half of it so that I can show people, look at the difference between using the wrong cleaner and using the right cleaner, okay? Because remember, everything is easy if you know how to do it and you have the right product. That makes all the difference in the world. All right, so let me talk to you about a product called a Zircon Leak Alert. Okay, a Zircon Leak Alert. Because I had somebody say, they asked me about this and they wanted to know, okay, do we really need to have these? They're kind of pricey. Well, they are a little pricey. but let me tell you how they can save you. A zircon leak alert is an alarm system that goes underneath like your device, your like hot water heater, or if you have a bathroom upstairs where you never use it. Okay, you don't have to stick these under every faucet or every toilet as long as you are visiting those areas on a daily basis, because you will see a leak as it starts. Remember, leaks start as a little drip. They don't start like Niagara Falls. They start at a little drip, and then they work their way up to Niagara Falls. All right, so I had a house that I was selling. In fact, I was 2 weeks from closing, and I had a bathroom upstairs that I never used. And I decided, okay, I'm cleaning it one last time and I don't have to touch it anymore because this house is sold. And so I never went in that bathroom, went right past it, never heard any noise, never heard anything. Until my neighbor called me one day when I was at work, and he said, hey Trudy, there's water coming out of your second story eave. You might want to come home. So I went in, and guess what had happened? The connection on the toilet, the water to the toilet had failed. And so what might have probably started out as a little drip that a zircon leak alert would have caught, and I could have turned off the water until I got a new connector and then put a new one on, just kept leaking until it exploded. And then within 3 hours, I had a whole flooded top of my house, went all the way down outside the house, and the house was already sold. Okay? Needless to say, I was not a happy camper. And so it cost me probably about $3,500 to have all that cleaned up and to make sure that the new homeowner was happy with that. So what I'm telling you is get a zircon leak alert for all the areas that you don't go frequent, that extra bathroom. If your hot water heater is in the attic, okay, get one of these and put it by there. If you have extra bathrooms that you don't ever frequent, if you have a, I don't know, just water areas that you don't go over, okay, that's what you want to use as zircon leak alert. And believe you me, you will hear this thing when it goes off. It's like 85 decibels. Okay, 85 decibels. I mean, your next door neighbor could hear this. All right? So save yourself some money by having to take care of a insurance problem, and just get you a couple of little zircon leak alerts for a couple of places around the house. All right, let's see. How much time do we have? Okay, now, Fresh Cube. How many of you go and you buy all brand new fruit and vegetables and things like that, and then maybe something happens and you don't get to cook as often as you thought, and then all of a sudden you look in your refrigerator and everything is bad, everything is wilted, everything is brown, and you're like, okay, you gotta throw it all out again and then go buy new, and it's like this domino effect that keeps happening. Because it happens to me, because lots of times when I get home, I am tired, and so my great ideas of cooking fresh vegetables and stuff sometimes just doesn't happen. And so now I have this new product that we got, and it's called Fresh Cube, and it will keep your foods fresh for like 6 weeks. I've had strawberries and fruit for like 4 weeks at a time. And all this does is it keeps the fruit and the vegetables from continuing to ripen, okay? So they just stop ripening, and then you're able to eat them. I mean, 6 weeks later. I mean, you may not want to wait 6 weeks, but I'm telling you, I can go 4 weeks and still eat the strawberries that I bought. So you just might want to check it out. Fresh Cube. Have it right over on aisle 2. All right. That's my music. So that's my cue. It was great talking with y'all this week. I missed you while I was gone. And that's it for this week, folks. It's time for you to roll up your sleeves and get busy on some of these projects we've been talking about. But by all means, you remember one thing. It will always be a great day to live. See you next week.